Hey there! Continuing on here in Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions. We are actually at the point where we can visit our party. Before we go too far though, I'm going to point out Lena, I'm going to call her here. I would love for her bravery and faith to be a little higher, but one of the things I did is check on the Zodiac Compatibility list, and since I'm a Capricorn, at least I listed Ramza as a Capricorn, you can see what's the good, the bad, the best, and the ugly. Here, basically, I'm not so worried about the good compatibility. It's nice. I do have one of my squires over there that's a Taurus, you'll see, but I have two that are bad compatibility, which, in a second, are Libra, I think it is. Yeah, Aries and Libra, I believe, are the two that are not good compatibility. So if we go back to our party roster, you can see here, Wilhelm is a Libra, and Avril is a Libra. So what I did, you hit menu, equipment, strip them down, and now we are going to dismiss them, because I don't really need them. It feels a little bit messed up if you've never played the game before, but don't worry about it. They give you a little hard, like heartfelt thing, but whatever. So if you look over here, there, Jocelyn is a Taurus, she's gonna have good compatibility. Everyone else is gonna be neutral, except for Lena, who's gonna have great compatibility. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build her, probably best of all, optimize mithril knife. Let's see here. The broadsword doesn't give her any better. No. Okay, she'll take the mithril knife. Now, I'll tell you how I got it in a second, but we are going to take a look at her abilities, because everyone now has the chance to learn abilities. They're all gonna need JP boost first and foremost, so I'm gonna leave them with nothing basically. Items will be there. Let's learn in the chemist class potion. Don't have enough for Phoenix down, but we're going to get antidote. So that's going to be her. And we did use her, so she is actually going to have enough for a Phoenix down, which is really nice, because that way we can actually use Phoenix downs. She also has stone, which is really awesome, but what we're going to do right now for her is make her into a squire. Oops. Because we want everyone to get JP boost. However, make sure you have items assigned. Very important. We don't have any abilities here. Requip is really useless. So the only reason I have it there is because it came equipped. I'm gonna even take it off. Requip is basically the most useless skill that we have. Let's see if Ramza has enough for anything. He's got the battle boots, which is nice. That's gonna give us extra movement. Oh, he's just shy of JP boost here. I am gonna get stone, just so we can have a distance move. So now I've got to get 130, basically, 121. Not enough to get any chemist abilities. Everyone's gonna get potion, and I'm gonna make sure he gets Phoenix down. Assign item. And again, we don't have anything on any of these. So now we can go through our list. See what abilities he's got. Just rush. Let's see if this guy got anything good. Let's see. It's enough to learn stone. Chemist. He does have requip. And he can learn Phoenix down. Okay, so he's gonna actually probably be my next main guy. I might actually stop using Cuthbert, because I do have to stop using someone, because you can only have 5. So I think I'm gonna not use Cuthbert. Let's see how she looks. Pretty good. She was the one that I switched over. So yeah, we're gonna be using 3 females and Emmanuel. Cuthbert is going to sit on the sidelines. See what he's got. Equipment. Nothing special. Okay. What we are going to do, I'm going to show you the process of finding yourself a soldier that you might want. It does cost 1,400. Basically, you're just going to go in. You're going to look for the astral sign that's up here. On the name plate, you're going to look at the bravery and the faith. What you want is the right astral sign, which is the... what's it called? There we go. This one actually is probably even better. So, Cancer. You want someone who is a Cancer. So the best compatibility is going to be with Ramsey right now. Yeah, Capricorn. Opposite gender. So that's exactly what we have. Now, it is nice that her bravery is nice and high. So if I wanted to, I could actually recruit her, have 2 that are really good, and work with that and build them. I'm going to stick with 1. The one I got is fine. That one actually would have been a better fit. Next, you can check out your outfitter if you want. Go to the fitting room. Basically go in and optimize. You can see if you're buying anything. Broadsword is really good. Oh, there we go. Jocelyn can get a broadsword, so we're going to take that. She's got a mithril knife. Oh, you know what? Actually, since Delita has a broadsword, I'm not even going to get one. I can sell off the stuff that I took off of my other characters to get a little bit extra cash. I know it's very mean to like strip them down and and then send them off. It's not very nice, but that's what we did. Yep. Oh, no. I think I am going to buy 1 rod and 1 staff. That being said, I have 3 Phoenix Downs, which I think should be enough. I'm going to buy a bunch of potions. We're going to make it... we'll buy 10. And we will use those... we'll have a couple of antidotes on hand. And I don't think anyone can use them yet, but we have 2 eye drops. That's fine. Okay. Lastly, we're going to visit the tavern. The rumors basically give you information about different people what the background is right now. So this is one of the things I was talking about in the last video, that the Corpse Brigade basically is part of this wave of brigandry where they are robbing from the rich to basically keep themselves alive. The most known ones are the Corpse Brigade, the Northern Sky is trying to take out the Corpse Brigade. That's basically us. The 50 Years' War is the one that we're actually looking for, but King Ondoria the third is the King of Ivalice, that I couldn't remember his name, because who's going to remember King Ondoria when you never even see him in the entire game? This is really the only place that you get this information. But basically he seems to have gotten sick and quarantined in his room, and no one knows what happened to him. The prince, Orinus, is a very young child, so he can't run the country. Queen Luveria and her retainers really are kind of running everything, and we know that it's not going well, because that's why we're fighting this whole fight against the Corpse Brigade. The 50 Years' War, this is the whole background. I highly recommend reading it. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but basically it was literally a war of 50 years between Ivalice and Ordalia, which is the neighboring country to the east. There's a lot of back and forth about different succession and kings and their generals, which is very interesting, and I highly recommend reading through it. It gives you the background, but in the end I kind of spoke it out in the last video, where after the 50 Years' War, a few people really made a big name for themselves. There was an outbreak of the Black Death you see here, which forced the Romandian army to withdraw, so they weren't able to actually they weren't able to help the Ondarian army, so Ivalice went in, but Ivalice had an issue with their king, the two military orders, the Northern Sky and the Southern Sky, what's going on with them, etc. We have mention of Sidolphus Orlando. There's our Cid for this game, known as Thunder God Cid. And you can see our father was mentioned there, or Ramza's father. I kind of just assumed this identity of the main character here, but I do like the music in the tavern. It's kind of just restful and relaxing. Anyway, so uprisings and revolts in Ivalice brought the king back, and the countries had to stop fighting to pacify their citizens. They were in a stalemate. Basically, the other king died, and it broke the stalemate, and there was a whole back and forth about what was going on. Both countries ended up in bad shape. In the end, because of the way that everything worked out, both states agreed that the prolonged war would prove mutually detrimental, because it was taking up all their money, all their time, people were dying, and a pact was signed allowing them to stop fighting. It was a peace in name, but really it was a defeat for Ivalice. It says here, the economy was brought to the very brink of ruin. They had to pay reparations, and they just couldn't pay the loans. They were broke. Soldiers coming back couldn't be paid, and so they went off. This is really, I don't understand why this is at the bottom of the list here, because the Corpse Brigade is a result of that last page there, where people couldn't be paid. So knights of the army that were out fighting the war ended up having no money, and they ended up forming the Corpse Brigade. But there's your rumors. The tavern is going to have more stuff for us later, which is very useful. We're going to save this. I very much recommend saving before every battle. And we're going to move into Mandalia Plains. One of the things I really feel this could do better. I think I am going to move him over here. Okay. I have 4. So we're going to bring Jocelyn. We're going to bring Lena. Right there with him. And we're going to bring... Was it her? No. I think it is her that we're gonna bring. No, we said it was Emmanuel that we were gonna bring. Also, his bravery is nice and high, which actually is very good for us. Okay. It does happen to be in this game, the male characters get an extra point in strength, and the female characters get an extra point in their magic stat. So, oh, looks like this one's still alive. What do we do with him? What do you think we do with him? Right then. Your luck's run out, knave. If ever you had any. It's funny how you make this, like, thump sound when you come in. Blast! One of the Order's patrols. Hehe. The Corpse Brigade, and they've a hostage in their midst. So now, this choice does actually make a big difference. Our first duty is to defeat the brigade, which basically says, forget about him. It does make the battle much easier. Or you could say, we must rescue the captive. And then your objective becomes rescuing him. He can't die. So, this makes a difference. If you say the first one, the lead is going to turn around and be like, are you heartless? So we're actually going to say we're going to rescue the captive. We must rescue the captive. To do less would be unbecoming of men of the Order. Now remember, his father did say to be a knight of renown, to be a good knight. Oh no, you still have... Yeah, we said we're going to rescue him. If you say that the main point is to finish off the Corpse Brigade... Oh, I forgot to change something, but that's okay. Then... Reinforcements, and none too soon. Then the whole point is to kill off all the guys around. He actually does pretty solid damage, and their first priority is to kill him. That was really lucky for us. Because their first priority is to kill him off, and they are going to try. He's defending, which is an interesting move because no one can reach him. I'm gonna go straight into the fray. Excuse me. And here's why I picked up the stone ability. Hit him with a rock from a distance. Now, these ones are going to go off to the right side to help Argath. No, they'll come up here. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to do anything right here. She is going to come up right behind Delita. And smack him one. Now, I will admit, this whole setup is not... I mean, the way I have the map laid out is not great. You can actually see. And of course, like a moron, he runs in to get the kill instead of running away towards me, which would be more tactically advantageous. No, first he's got to run in and do his thing. Okay, we're gonna come in and try and take out this cat, because I think the cat is actually the biggest threat to us. 77%. Ugh. And there's a great example of why the cat is such a big threat. And here's why I got so many potions. To use them. Honestly, I have not really felt like there's so much issue of money in this game. Money is very, very not an issue so much. I don't think I've ever had an issue with money in this game. Argath, don't die. Wait, in this one, is he Argath? Or... I'm not sure. I have to check. Hold on. Yeah, Argath. Now you can see we're gonna need to get over to him and heal him. Because right this minute, he is actually in danger of being killed a little bit. Hopefully he'll come out from that little corner right there, but I am going to cut off any ability for these guys to come in and hurt him. Let's see here. Let's get up here in his face. Lena can dig into him with her dagger. Dig in with her dagger. Yes! Dodge it. Run away! Run away! Oh, come on. See, he's got a really good sword, and he does really good damage. The guy's an idiot. Okay. Jocelyn, can you get to him? No. So we're gonna go over here to take out this guy. There we go. Emmanuel. Yeah, we should probably heal Delita. Emmanuel is just doing his thing as the healer, basically, for this battle. Okay, Delita, you're gonna chase after the cat. Ooh. Don't kill Argath. Don't kill Argath. Dang it! I have failed. And there you see, game over. The guy's a moron. He couldn't just come over and be behind me. Okay, so you can see this game is actually somewhat hard. Well, now I can show you the other option also. Makes it a little easier. See why I said to save. Don't be worried if you lose a little bit here and there. It's really not that big a deal. You can always kind of pick up where you left off. Commence. It's a great example of this. This is trial and error, and you may fail many times in this. Now, here, our first duty is to defeat the brigade. The enemy stands before us. Attack! You would stand by and watch as they kill an innocent? I hadn't planned on giving them the chance, had you? So, you can see, like, I would save him myself if it came to that. Delita really is bothered by this, which actually is... see, defeat all enemies becomes the objective. It becomes much easier. They can kill off Argath, and we don't care. He's not going to be the objective anymore. That's why I said this becomes so much easier if you select that. I think it also actually gives you different stat boosts or up and down, whatever it is. But Argath, being a complete idiot, lets himself be hit, lets himself be taken in the wrong kind of way. And I've had it where that hit literally was enough to kill him off because he got a critical hit. One of them got a critical hit. And so literally the first 2 hits was a game over. I've had that happen once. Played this game a few times. Okay, advance. Hit Delita, because we're going to do that again. And if Delita dies, that just means my regular guys get more ability points. He's trying to come around the back. Now you potion yourself? Dude, what an idiot. You're like... Now you're doing what you should have done before. So this is actually kind of an advantageous position right here, because, just 1 second, from this particular position, A, I can kill off this guy, which is nice, but B, the bandit over there can't actually hit me. The reason being, I'm in between two rocks, so he can't get to me, so it's a really good spot. Hey, don't throw rocks. Only I can throw rocks. Okay. Now Delita, because he's a guest character, is not going to die, so don't worry about him. Now I'm going to sneak around the back of this guy, because that puts him in between 3 of my characters. Now I can gang up on him from 3 sides. There we go. Oh, I need to. There we go. This is going to move me away from the cat also, which is one of the more dangerous enemies right here and now. My side and back are protected by corpses. Of course he's going to come back in. See, like, why didn't you do that in the first place? You could have saved me a lot of time, not having to restart this battle. Let's just use a potion for the JP. JP in this game is just about everything, so you want to try and take an action no matter what. The cat's coming to me. And by not moving, I'm actually giving myself a faster response time. And now he doesn't help. It's amazing because I said that our main goal is to eliminate the brigade. He just doesn't do anything. What the AI does and does not do is very frustrating. Okay, that didn't... It does 1.5 damage, not 2 damage. Does she have antidote? She does! What a wonderful thing we can do here. Just move right up next to Ramza and use an antidote. And that's why I have a couple. Cures poison. What a beautiful thing that is. So at this point, I could just go and kill off Argath. Is it a good idea? Probably not. But you can see that the AI, when you don't, when you want to save him, basically runs him around trying to kill everybody and not healing himself. When you tell the AI that you don't care about him and you don't want to save him, suddenly, for some reason, he now runs away and doesn't do anything. He just heals himself, and that's it. It's so nice of him. Like, what? What are you doing? Dude's an idiot. What are you gonna do? Now, like I said, we always want to try and do an action if we can, so we can get the JP, so we'll heal up. And that's why I bought the extra potions. Ow. Well, that's nice. Oops. There we go, we'll heal her up. No problem at all. This is also nice that we can grab this treasure chest. So when you wait long enough, you can see there's little timers over everybody's heads. You wait 3 rounds, and everybody ends up... Oh, not equip. I forgot to put the right thing on her, apparently. Rush knocked him back, but that's fine. He's gonna try and kill off Argath. Yeah, of course. Let's see. So, I'm gonna do something funny here because of the way this is gonna work. I'm going to hit Argath because I don't care if he dies now. If he does, it's actually beneficial to me right this minute. But he's gonna kill off the... Yeah, okay. Are you harmed? I'll be fine. It's for the Marquis's safety, I fear. The Marquis? The Marquis Elamdor de Limberry was here? The very same. And to whom do I owe my gratitude? We are Knights Apprentice of the Academy at Garland. We may be able to help you, but first I would hear more. So I would have liked for him to actually have been killed off, to be honest. That way he wouldn't have killed off the cat. I could have gotten a little bit more JP, whatever. Get a few extra potions back, which is nice. My name is Argath, a knight in His Excellency the Marquis Elmdor de Limberry's household. A knight, you say? Well, truth be told, I'm a knight's apprentice, as are you, if I'm not far mistaken. A fellow knight in training, then. I am Remza Bevol, and this is Dalita Hyro, my trusted friend. A Beolv? You're not of the Beolvs of the Order of the Northern Sky, are you? What fantastic luck! A blessing in the midst of a disaster. What? The Order can help me rescue the Marquis. It must. The Marquis is held captive? They took him hostage, yes, but he still lives. We must act quickly if he is to remain so. Should he be killed, I will lose everything. You simply must help me, please, I beg you. Calm yourself. Who's to say your Marquis is to be killed anyway? The Corpse Brigade would not take a man alive, save there was value in keeping him so. Of that you can be sure. There's little the 3 of us can do to help, in any case.
If the Marquis was taken hostage, Igros will be in an uproar. You can be sure of that, too. Then before all else, we will report into Igros. Are we agreed? Agreed. We'll stop there. And he joins the party. Let's see if we got enough ability points here. Just shy. Again, just shy. She's got it. JP Boast is one of the most useful abilities in the entire game. Oops. Requit being the most useless in the entire game. Okie dokie. Jocelyn is on a good track. Lena, 1. She's 1 shy. It's like not even fair. Delita, you were dead most of the time. Argath, you're pretty useless. I don't want you to learn anything. So, here's what I recommend doing. Argath has a longsword. What we're going to do is instead give him a dagger. He has battle boots. We're going to remove them. Delita has a broadsword. 1 second. Jocelyn has a dagger. I'm going to make it that Ramza gets the longsword. Lena gets... well, she's actually fine with that. Lena's gonna get the battle boots. Jocelyn is going to get the extra broadsword. And that should be good. He's got a broadsword, and we're all set. Okay. What a pain. Argath is a pain. Having guests in the party is a little bit challenging. I'm actually going to save over this one, because this is where I was in the first place, and we're doing better in this one, I think. Anyway. That's what I've got for you today. On the next one, we are going to be moving over to Igros Castle. And from there, we will continue the story. Have a wonderful night. Like, comment, subscribe. And I look forward to continuing our journey in the next one.